Hey, so this is going to be the video for lesson 7. Hopefully you'll find it right here on this page. But I wanted to go through some of the ins and outs of how to do this lesson. So building fractions from unit fractions. So unit fractions was one of the things that we really stressed but before we left school when we started fractions, and we practiced writing the unit, 1 unit for one part of the fraction in each part of the fraction. Okay, so this is hopefully going to be a little bit of a review, but for some of us, it's been so long. So make sure you watch the video first, okay? So anytime you see it, read every slide. It doesn't look like there's a math problem here, but there's probably a good reason. We made a whole slide just so that you would pay attention to watching the video, okay? So make sure you watch that video. Then you're going to sort the partition shapes in equal and unequal groups. Remember that UN, that prefix un, changes the word. So what does equal mean and what does unequal mean? All right, so you're going to look at this shape and notice how when I have the four arrows going in all directions, that means I can drag that. So I'm going to click on that and I can drag that. Now, is that unequal, meaning not equally partitioned? See the word part in partitioned, or equally partitioned. So I want to put that one there, okay? If I want to move this one, I'm going to click, hold, and drag. Now, is that equally partitioned or unequally partitioned? Are all those pieces to that shape, are they all equal sizes? Think of it as birthday cake, right? Everybody wants the biggest piece of birthday cake. So would you be happy with one of the smaller pieces if they were not equal? So I'm going to move those back over there for you. And that's all you really have to do there for practice. Here you're going to practice your unit fractions. So you're labeling the unit fraction, and that's different from naming the fraction. Yes, all these shapes are completely shaded in. But if you notice, there's a square here that's partitioned, and it has 3 boxes. And you want to name what this shape right here, what is the unit fraction? So to do that, you're going to click, and that gets you all those blue boxes, whatever. So you're going to have to click more than once to get that blinking line so that you can type inside that box, okay? And then you're going to click and click again a couple times so you get that blinking line to type inside that box. And then for that one too, okay? So you're going to do that for all of the unit fractions, okay? Unit fractions. Make sure you watch that video so you understand what a unit fraction is. All right, the last slide of the day is a little bit fun. You get to kind of build or design a picture using the pattern blocks. Now, after you're done, you're going to drag the unit fraction over to on top of, let's see, I'm having a hard time here. Drag the unit fraction over to on top of the shape. So which one of these is 1/6? Well, in order to know which one is 1/6, you have to know how big the hole is, okay? So the hole is 1 yellow hexagon. That is your hole, right? So what shape does it take 6 pieces to cover the one hole? 6 parts, like partitioning or parts. So I'm going to say that it's the green triangle. I remember from lesson 6 that it took 6 green triangles, right? So, but if I'm only using one of my green triangles for that, I know that that one green triangle is my 1/6. Now, so it didn't show up there. Okay. So it must be going behind there. Okay. In any case, let's see. No, it wants to go behind the green triangle. So I think what we're going to have to do is just put it as close as we can right there. Now remember, if you don't want all your triangles going this way and you don't want all your red trapezoids going this way, you can take your red trapezoid, move it where you want it to make your design, and then grab onto this top dot. See how these are all boxes around the red trapezoid? Grab onto the top dot, and if you want it to go up and down, you can rotate it around like that. If you want to turn it around even more, you're going to rotate it around like that. Okay, so when you grab onto that dot, now it's on the bottom, but it's the dot that sticks out, that's how you're going to rotate it. So when I click on that, I can turn it this way. I can make it go halfway. Okay, so that's how you're going to manipulate those. So I'm going to move it. I want to move it back, so I'm going to turn it all the way back up the way it was. And then because I have the 4 arrows, when I click and hold down my click, I can move it right back where it was, right? So I'm going to click, hold, and move it back down here. I'm going to click, and I'm going to just try and hold it. See how I had to wait until it came into the 4 arrows? Okay, so it's going to take a little practice. It's supposed to be fun. If it's ultra frustrating for you, and you would prefer to maybe draw it out on paper, you are more than welcome to do it. Okay, draw it out on paper, have your mom or dad or somebody take a picture, and you can send that to me in an email. Perfectly acceptable. Okay, all right, so that should cover us before we get to lesson 8.